Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Shayna and you're watching Shayna Cossette Birding, and today is an attempt to go out and film some boreal chickadees. Now I'm specifying attempt here because I'm starting to think boreal chickadees might be my Camera-Nemesis bird. Every single time in the past year that I have gone out specifically to film boreal chickadees, I have not found them. I have found them and seen them and take pictures when I've been looking for other birds, so I'm starting to think I'm gonna have to trick myself and say I'm actually looking for a different species. But nonetheless, we're gonna head out and see what we can find, and hopefully this will be a really great video about boreal chickadees, and if not, I'm still gonna film the birding adventure, so stay tuned to find out if I can finally get this bird on camera. You guys, I think today is my lucky day. I can't believe this is actually happening right now. That's my house right there. I have made it 2 steps onto this trail, and if you can hear or recognize the call in the background, I've already found the boreal chickadees. I haven't even started trying to get them with my camera yet, but I think I'm just gonna be hanging out literally right in my backyard, essentially. Okay. I'm like shocked right now. That was way easier than any other time that I've tried to come find these birds. Okay, wow, day made. Let's put the phone away and bring out the camera and get you guys some footage. I may have preemptively celebrated there. I seem to have picked up a friend who, although is very cute, is not really helpful for birding. So I can still hear the boreal chickadees around. They have a different call than the blackcaps, and that's primarily how I know that there's at least one in the area, because they're pretty skulky, which means they like stay under thick cover, and they they're not as showy. They don't come out into view as much as the blackcap chickadees do. I also find them, at least here, to be a lot more scared or kind of fleeing from humans, so that is also what makes them more of a challenge to film. So at this point, there's a raven in the tree up there. I'm just gonna hang out. Hopefully my little canine friend here decides that I'm not paying any attention to him and he'll just leave, because I do still think they're in this area, but I might have to back out and come back later, so we'll see. I might give this spot a rest and just start walking down the trail to hopefully not push them all out of this area. So sorry for the anticlimactic follow-up to that last clip. I really thought that one was actually staying in view. I really thought I was going to be able to get it up on camera. I got my camera turned on, pulled it up, and it flew a whole lot over into like some of the thickest trees within city limits. Who's your owner? Anyways, so it flew into the thickest trees within city limits, which is pretty tricky to follow. I'm not as good as IDing those calls. But yeah, so if you're listening for chickadees, obviously the black-capped chickadee, which is not our target today, is chickadee dee dee dee. And I find that the boreal chickadee sounds a little more raspy, and it's kind of like a shortened, almost like they're like mumbling. It's more like a pee-wee, but it's not a true pee-wee call. There are other songbirds that use that true, but more like a chickadee, maybe more accurate. And so yeah, I guess we'll just keep looking. Hopefully our little canine friend moves on and stops scaring all the birds. Well, it's about 25 minutes since my last clip. We did eventually lose the dog, although it started just following down the trail that I wanted to go, because I've also seen boreal chickadees there when I don't have my camera. So I decided to just walk through town for a while, and eventually the dogs stopped following. Have not heard or seen the Boreal Chickadee since. So they are still proving to be a Camera-Nemesis, and also just super frustrating to start the video on such an exciting high, and then now to be like, I don't even have a blurry clip of the video, I just have nothing. But that is alerting sometimes. However, we do have what I believe is our hairy woodpecker calling. They have visited the neighbors, which do have a feeder. I personally feel very uncomfortable pointing cameras at people's houses, so we're gonna wait and see if it comes over to my side of the trees. Yeah, and I guess we'll just keep searching for the boreals. I'm still kind of debating between hanging out in the general area, because I am hearing lots of black-capped chickadees, and just hoping the boreals come back, or if I need to be moving and trying to find them. I just don't know. These are the birding days that really just frustrate me and make me question why I do this as a hobby sometimes, because I am not the most patient person. But we are going to keep trying. We will maybe go back to the house and have a play with the puppy, and then come back out a little bit closer to dark, because it is the middle of the day right now. Maybe that will help. Yeah, just really not sure. And not everything is always super happy, positive energy in birding. There are definitely frustrating days, and it's one part about the YouTube aspect that I sometimes find challenging, because I set a goal for myself and then I get really discouraged when I'm not meeting that goal, even though it's a beautiful day and I know that I should be focusing on the fact that we're still seeing birds. It's beautiful weather out, even if it's a winter wonderland. But yeah, so we'll see if we can't take a little bit of a break and re-find the chickadees a little bit later today. Well, as you can see, we have made it back out. It is about 3:30 in the afternoon. We took a break, played with the puppy, also had a snack because I needed some food, and so we are going to try to do our best to salvage a not so great day of birding. So far we saw some of the black-capped chickadees feeding in the yard, and I was able to get some pretty nice footage of that, so I'm really happy there. And we don't have a dog following us this time, so I'm heading down the one trail where I've seen some Boreal chickadees before. They weren't calling around the houses in town like they were earlier today, so I'm thinking maybe they might have pushed out of town. But either way, now the goal for the rest of the video is just to see if we can A, see some birds, and B, maybe get some really nice shots of them as well. So let's see what we find. Okay, I'm gonna do a squeamish warning on this. I'm about to show you bird poop, and if that's not your jam, then just skip ahead for this part. But I'm walking on this trail, I'm almost back at the road there, it's going to take me back to town, and I found what's commonly referred to as a grouse latrine. Now, you might be thinking that word's vaguely familiar. It does mean toilet, but fun fact if you didn't know this, grouse, I know for sure ptarmigan, but possibly other species of grouse as well, will use the same bathroom spot up to 50 times before moving on, and there's one right on the side of this trail. So here's your warning if you want to skip ahead like 15-20 seconds. So this is what it looks like. All that is grouse poop, and as you can see, they've been frequenting this spot quite a bit. So that's probably a pretty good indicator that there's a grouse somewhere in the area. So definitely going to be on the lookout for that. But there's your fun animal fact for the video. Well, I'm out here on the trail, and it is so quiet, like silent. You can literally hear the water from the river that's all the way back there. So I'm thinking that I'm either A, too late in the day, which is possible. It is cloudy and overcast, which is making it darker faster, or it's just that the birds are still congregating within town limits. So I think I'll walk the rest of the trail just to walk it, but I'm guessing I'm either going to be finishing the video after this and just doing a we found no birds today video, or I'll maybe try getting up tomorrow before work and see if I can't have better luck in the morning. Well, if you haven't noticed by the very different light and the different clothes, it is the next day. And I didn't film an outro yesterday because I honestly was not planning on using any of the content that I filmed. I did not think I had a good video and I did not think I had anything of value. But when I started putting the clips together, I thought it was such a great way to show that not everything is a highlight reel, especially in life, but also definitely in birding and in YouTube. So I wanted to still put this video up anyways, just as a hopefully realistic and maybe relatable experience in birding, of setting out for a target bird and not finding the one you're looking for. But I don't want to leave you guys hanging either, so if you've made it to the end of this video, first of all, thank you so much for watching, but secondly, I'm going to take a break now to show you what the Boreal Chickadee actually looks like in case you've never seen one before. So this is our Boreal Chickadee. It does look similar to the black-capped chickadee, but it has the brown on the head and back and more of a rusty brown color on its sides. There is the range map in North America. And if you prefer real pictures, this is from the Merlin ID app. This is what the Boreal Chickadee looks like. Oops. So thank you guys again for watching this video, even though it didn't have the ending I was quite hoping for. If you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.